How do you overcome shyness, being an introvert? To me, you know, you can get into the definitions of one or the other. But let's say, for example, you want to be more social. That may be difficult. And overcoming it can be a challenge. One way to overcome this fear is to get into the habit of finding yourself in social settings and you say, well, this is the problem I have. The reality is that there's only one way to deal with the problem is by confronting it. You do it by taking small steps. It doesn't happen overnight. And what you want is to get into the habit of really confronting the problem instead of ignoring it. It goes without saying that if you, and I'm outdoors, so that's why you're hearing all those noise in the background, but it goes without saying that every little step you make is a step towards overcoming, or at least, if you're not able to overcome it, to be able to manage it, so that you don't find yourself alone at home, and unhappy in a way, trying to figure out how to do this. Now, if you're completely clueless and you need some help with this, I always found that signing up for classes, whatever they are, if you're in the city and there are, sorry for the background noise, but I'm outdoors and it's the only time I can get to do this, especially when I'm doing it spontaneously without a script. I hadn't planned to do this, but make sure to subscribe and like. It does help me. Check out my other playlists. I have all kinds of things, At any rate, it does help if you start to deal with the problem. I lost my train of thought here, but what you want to be able to do is, for example, as I said, sign up for classes. Usually that helps. If you don't know what classes to sign up for, just find a local college maybe that has the ability, local college where you can sign up for a class. Well, it doesn't really matter what it is. Maybe something that you want to tackle, let's say math. Even if you fail, it doesn't matter. It's signing up for the class. Meeting other people who might be struggling with, just like you are, with, for example, that class. And, you help each other out. That's how you meet people. The other thing I mentioned was, you sign up, not sign up, but you check out for, like, if you're in the city, if they have galleries, you would attend gallery openings. There's always a challenge, but you put yourself in a social setting, and you try to just surround yourself with people, even though you may not be talking to them. You get yourself into the habit. That's a step. I mentioned classes. That's another step. sign up for for a class at a gym, right? But all these things, what they have in common is actually physically being around people. You can't overcome this by doing it virtually, right? You can use those, but the primary has to be around people. Asking for help constantly. And this may be the harder part because, introverts tend to be very self-reliant. Not always, but I think that asking for help is probably a harder thing. Even if it's just a time. Can you tell me the time? Can you tell me where the library is? Can you tell me where the train station, the bus station? Do you know what time the bus arrives? Can I get a schedule? You see what I'm saying? Go to sign up for a movie club, Start a group. Force yourself to be around people. The other thing that you have to do, which is extremely important, is never let anybody disrespect you. So if you have people around you that somehow disrespect you, who put you down, distance yourself from them. And we're talking about quote-unquote friends. If your friends are putting you down, they're not your friends. And if you say these are the only people that you have you call friends, and there's nobody else, then you need to seriously have a talk with them. And you say, this is unacceptable to me. And if they don't change, then you have to in a way stop seeing them. And that's where signing up for classes or volunteering. Yeah, I mean, my God, come on. What else can you do? You can contact me if you want. I can maybe help you through, if you have problems speaking to people. Acting, really, you don't have to become a professional actor, but it does help. You can sign up for an acting class, even if it's just for fun, and you'll pick up a couple of things. Because, as an actor, you have to memorize speeches, scenes between two people. Those are the best when you do scenes with another person. But if you don't have that, you can always do the monologues. And you stand in front of a class of 4 or 5 people. That's nerve-wracking. But it shows you if you can do it. It shows you that you can do it. It's not about being perfect. This is the biggest problem, is being perfect, saying the perfect thing, saying the right thing. Nobody's perfect. What you see is people who seem very good at it, who have been practicing all their lives. And so you just have to get into the habit of practicing. Anyway, I think I've been rambling here about this a bit long. Again, leave me a comment of your thoughts, what you struggling with. But going back to, again, the so-called friends who put you down, who say terrible things to you, even if it's in a joking matter, but you feel bad about it. Your solution is always to either have a talk to them, if you can, and if they're a jerk or whatever, I'm not gonna fill in the blank. then find new friends. There are a lot of people out there in the same situation. So find people who are sensitive and value friendship, especially, friends that are there for you when you need them. Anyway, subscribe, hit the like button. I am mentioning that, but you can see that I have a very low count of subscribers. Very difficult, I do these, I'm not even sure if anybody's listening, but if there's that one person out there who I can help, then it's worth it. So, as I said, get out there, talk to people, sign up for classes, and gain that confidence, and stop hanging around people who don't value you. And if they're making fun because you're highly sensitive, well, no. You deserve respect, just like you give them respect. You want that same respect. You don't have to be combative. You don't have to be, fighting the other person. But you can certainly control who you dedicate time to, because your time is valuable. Okay? So anyway, leave me your comments, and thank you for listening. Take care.